PTCs, here come the PTCs. Here come the Wu-Tang Clan. Wu-Tang Clan. They won't let you forget them. The free thinkers dress and chill, remember that. Just in case we ever link up and make a pact. The title held by him, Snoop Von Pooh, means what you think you know. He knows the scoop, so don't think twice. What was secret now drops. Khakis with the shades, blunt never stops. Talking riddles, dry with silence. Guard against the haters with hilarious defiance. But yo, we ain't on no scripted list. We straight vibing, connections, no fingerprints. Heard something wild, watch your feet, cause you never quite know where the Wu-Tang's at.
Here come the Wu-Tang Clan. Wu-Tang Clan. Free thought defenders. Oh, oh, oh. Here come the Wu-Tang Clan. Wu-Tang Clan. They won't let you forget them. Won't let you forget.
Now from the windy city streets of Chi-Town night. On the timeline, bright posts enter sight. Camera zoom on a legendary doom, but then like boom, dry jokes fill the room up with the quickness. Link with the witnesses. Phone booth, vivid stories turn to epics. Ain't no PTC.
Nah, please.
Do what we say, that's the way we kick it.
Yeah, nah, me.
I see Snoop get wicked on you with that dry humor. We your first, last, and only line of laughs against the worst boredom in the universe. So don't fear us. If you ever get near, don't snare us.
We feel it.
PTCs freezing up all the slack.
What's that stand for? Wu-Tang Clan.
And the Wu-Tang Clan. The Wu-Tang Clan.
Let me see you just bounce it with me.
Just bounce with me.
Bounce with me.
Bounce it with me.
Come on, let me see you just slide with me.
Just slide with me.
Slide.
Just slide with me.
Slide. Come on, let me see you take a walk with me.
Just walk with me.
Walk with
Take a
me.
walk with me.
Come on. Tune in Tuesday at 6 EST. Here's the thing.
Now freeze!
Here come the Wu-Tang Clan. Wu-Tang Clan. Free thought defenders. Oh, oh, oh. Here come the Wu-Tang Clan. Wu-Tang Clan. They won't let you forget them. Oh, no.
Alright, check it. Let me tell you this in closing. Snoop might seem imposing, but trust me, if he ever drops in your section, believe me, it's for your own connection. Cause he knows celebs that you need not know, and he hits places that you need not go. So live your life, forget that lame crap. Show love to the dry wit, cause that's the Von end. That's the Von end.
Here come the Wu-Tang Clan. Wu-Tang Clan. Here come the defenders. Free benders. Here come the Wu-Tang Clan. Wu-Tang Clan. They won't let you forget 'em. Won't let you get 'em. Yeah. Here come the Wu-Tang Clan. Oh, here they come. Sports love and crew. Oh, oh, oh. Here come the Wu-Tang Clan. They won't let you forget 'em.
Phone Booth Productions.
Here's the thing.
Well, I get up around 7, get out of bed around 9. I don't worry about nothing, no, because worry's a waste of my time. Show usually starts around 7, we go on stage around 9. Get on the bus about 11, sipping a drink and feeling fine. Hello.
Dude, what's happening, brother?
Hey, what's up, Snoop?
Dude, how are you, man? Long time no talk.
Yeah. Things are good, man. Things are good in the studio. My band, we're recording another album, Boundless Joy.
Awesome. When's that coming out?
It's coming. We're planning on shooting release in June, and but we're gonna have a single release in March.
Okay. We'll get into some Boundless Joy stuff here. But man, how was your holidays?
It was good. It was good. I enjoyed it. I'm single now, so I didn't have a significant other with me at the time, but I really enjoy the single life now. You know, I'm
Yeah, right?
really digging it. independence, man. I can freaking have my property any way I want it, and not have to hear that,
Right? Women are like boxer briefs, that's how we want them. A little bit of support and a little bit of freedom, right?
Yeah, yeah. And I was with this woman for 10 years, and we were like, after a while, we just get too embedded in each other's lives, and
Too,
so
too
yeah,
much time together, huh?
she's Japanese, man, and her culture is just a little bit different than mine. So they're really particular on how they want everything to be,
Yeah.
and they're just like so embedded in that. And I'm from Brooklyn, man, so
Well, that's why I wanted to get into like your origins, man. You're from Brooklyn.
Born and raised, Brooklyn, New York. Yeah, yeah.
Tell me about young Ivan, dude. Like, how'd you grow up? Poor, middle class, rich?
I was middle class, lower middle class, I would say. The neighborhood I grew up in was Park Slope, which actually turned into a really expensive neighborhood, but it started off kind of, really rough. It was really rough. I was just always looking out for my life, always watching my back, getting jumped left and right. I
Oh,
was
no,
I was outnumbered all the time with all the gangs around there, and going to school was like I was terrified. I was
I
terrified
bet.
every day, 3 o'clock. White boy Ivan's gonna get his ass kicked. So I'd have to figure out ways of sneaking out of the school, and then I got into playing drums, man. I ended up doing a summer program for employment. I did a summer youth employment. It was the summer youth employment program in New York, and they put me in a camp with all black kids. So again, I was. They were like, "We
It's
got a
ca-
white boy telling us what to do. Look at this." And
it's called the rhythm section, dude.
hey, I love the culture because it's all about movement, dance. They like I growing up in New York, I learned so much about music and culture. And like, you walk one block, you're in Italy. It's like, ooh, the music, the food, and then another block, you're in Jamaica or China. And it's and you're really there because everyone is like speaking the language, and the storefronts, everything's in Chinese or whatever culture it is, or and the food, the smell, and the music they'll be playing from speakers. People on the streets always dancing, and
Yeah.
this the liveliness. I miss that, about New York. And
Well, I've never been, but I can imagine that growing up somewhere like that, like it gives you such a good perspective on cultures and variety, you know?
and it really carves out who you like. It makes you find so much power in being yourself, because that's really where the power is, right?
Right.
And anything less, you just they'll people want you to be you, and they'll get in your face. And if they smell bullshit, if they smell the lies, there's a lot of corruption, a lot of fake people too. But LA is more where the fake people are.
Yeah, yeah.
People tell you how it is in New York. They're like, this is me, and better watch your back and whatever. Um, uh, uh,
Well, let me ask you, you said you started playing drums for an education thing. Did you have family that were musicians or got you into music or
my father would always be playing music from around the world in the home.
just like listening to music or did he actually play?
And he played. But I really found the drums at some camp. My mom used to always take me to these health conventions, these yoga retreats, and just these wacky things. And I'd end up finding myself in one of these places that they had a drum kit on the stage, and I watched that guy play, and I'm like, I want to play drums. And then from there, that's where I knew that that's what I wanted. And after that summer youth employment that program I did, I came out with some cash. And I had a guy we had a rooming house in Brooklyn, and this guy lived in a room upstairs, who was a musician, and he was a hippie, old hippie guy. And he came down. He was like, "Oh, so you got some money to spend?" It was like he opened up the used paper, and he's like, "Go through. You want to maximize what you're gonna buy. I only had like $350 after the whole summer. I was
Yeah, but back then that was probably like
back
what,
then,
2 G's?
yeah. So I was like, I was going through it, and I was like, "Oh shit, drum kit, $200." I was like, I got this. And so this girl up the block who I was hanging out with, her parents had a car, and I was like, "Hey, can you help me pick up this drum kit?" And we went out there and got it, and I set it up, and bing bang boom, I'm playing.
There you go. You
Yeah.
see, I got the poop drum set for you today. You like
Oh, love it.
that?
Man. So
But,
let me ask you,
go ahead.
what's going on with all the poop? Why?
I'll tell you. In fact, I did a whole episode when I first started the podcast. We did an episode about it, and it's called "The Origins of the Poo." And
Oh yeah.
so my best friend, I'm out here in Arizona, and my best friend, he went on a trip to Puerto Rico,
Ah.
and he comes back with this stupid shirt, and it says something Poppy on it, right? And he's like, yeah, I want people to call me El Poppy now. And I was like, no fucking way am I calling you El Poppy, dude. More like El Poopy. And so he became El Poopy, right?
Yeah.
And he joined Twitter, which had just turned into X.
Ah.
And he was just kind of going on and trolling people and this and that. And he was trying to talk me into getting onto it with him. He's like, dude, why don't you join? Why
Yeah.
don't you join? And then I was like, fine, I will. And then so I had to come up with a poop name. And I was like, all right, I'll be Snoop Von Poop.
There
And
you
so that catapulted into us becoming the Poo-Tang Clan.
go.
And it's just kind of grown, now we've got,
Yeah.
15,000 followers, and I never thought I'd have a podcast when I started doing all this,
Yeah.
it just kind of led into it. And so now we have a whole Poo-Tang community with, hundreds of members, and it's just really, it's growing like crazy. And then I joined this podcast production group back over the summer, June or July, I think I joined. And now we have, I think, 10 podcasts on there, and it's
Yeah.
just continuing to grow every day. It's
Right on.
amazing.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on. That's cool. That's cool.
And so yeah, now I'm known as the number one poop influencer. And guess what, man? As soon as I started this, a bidet company hits me up, and they want me to start giving away bidets and shit. So now I give away bidets. You
What?
can't really see it, but
Yeah, it's not coming through, but I'll take one.
yeah, we'll get you one. We'll get you one. I'll get your address after we're done
Yeah.
here, and I'll send you one. We even have portables. Look, we got
What?
portable bidets
Portable?
too.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this thing pops out, so it's got that reach. You can get back there.
What?
Yeah.
Well,
So
keep it clean.
yeah, there's nothing worse than a dirty hiney.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
So
it's
I
been a lot
got
of
into
fun.
playing, and I ended up starting a couple of bands back when I was before the White Zombie thing. I had
Now, what's White Zombie? No, I'm just kidding.
Sean and I had a punk rock band before White Zombie, and we were called Life. And a friend of mine down the block. That's what's cool about being in the city is you got people all around you. That's got your connections right there. You leave your house, you walk around, and bing, bang, boom. You just bump into people.
Right.
I love that. I love that. I'm not in the city anymore. I'm actually out here in Oregon. It's a little bit more spread out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but because of the, my before the Japanese girlfriend, I was married and had kids, and we
I feel like I met your wife in Vegas maybe one time. I feel like.
oh yeah, that was that when I was playing with Creep?
Yeah, which I want to get into that stuff here in a
Oh
little bit.
no way! So you met her? Oh shit!
I
Yeah,
think I did.
yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't we play with Five Finger Death Punch?
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
Um,
yeah. That was a good show. That was cool.
Yeah.
Oh
In,
my
fa- in
God!
fact, in fact, I just talked to Brett the other day. He wanted me to say what's up to you
What's
from.
up, Brett Perosi?
Yeah,
Man?
he's been on the podcast about 2 times now.
Oh,
I've
and
had him on.
Carmine.
Carmine, yeah, Carmine. It was supposed to come on last month.
Yeah.
It's just been a scheduling conflict, but yeah, Carmine's coming on too.
Those some good guys, man.
Good.
We actually recorded our album here.
Yeah, dude, let's just get into the Creep stuff now. I was gonna save that till later, but and then we'll get into the White Zombie stuff. But let's talk about
Yeah,
Creep for a
yeah,
second
yeah, yeah,
because that's when I met you.
yeah.
I think I met you in the studio, maybe rehearsing for a show.
Mm.
I remember that big show at the Hard Rock Hotel,
Yeah,
and it was with Papa Roach and Hoobastank, I believe, and Hollywood Undead. I think was on that show too.
yeah, yeah. We did
And that was the first time I'd really seen you play, and I mean, I knew who you were from White Zombie, obviously,
yeah.
but I didn't realize how fucking tight you were, bro. Like when I listened to that Creep album, because I mean, I watched that whole album go from demos that we did in my kitchen, because Brett was
Yeah,
my roommate. So
yeah,
he
yeah,
demoed everything in my kitchen,
yeah.
and then to what you guys recorded there at your studio is just fucking amazing, dude. Like that
Thank
bro
you.
hymn, you're drumming on that bro hymn cover, dude.
Ah, I love that song. Yeah,
Oh, it's the
that was
best,
good. That
dude.
was good. Yeah, there were some good songs on that record.
Yeah, it's great, man. I really liked that band Creep, and it was the tightest with you. I mean, I seen that band go through a bunch of drummers,
Yeah, yeah.
and it was by far the tightest with you and Carmine in that band.
That was good, man. Those guys were cool.
Alan, dude, I've been trying to get Alan to come on.
Alan Vine. Yeah, he's out in Florida now, right?
He's out in Florida. Brett's out in Florida too.
Brett's out in Florida. Holy cow!
Yeah, I think he's trying to move back to Vegas though, he said.
Back to
So,
Vegas.
yeah, I'm gonna see him in September. He's gonna be out here in September, so I'm gonna see him
Oh
then.
no way!
But yeah, yeah.
You're in Vegas.
I moved to Arizona about 10 years ago.
Oh, cool.
So I'm out here now.
Arizona's got a
Vegas.
good scene, right?
What's that?
Arizona's got a good music scene.
They do, they do. I'm just so far out from it. I'm on the far west side, like on the outskirts of town. So it's like everything's about an hour away.
Yeah, I can see in the picture. It looks like there's a lot of. No, just kidding. There's a
Actually,
lot
I just came from the Grand Canyon. I was in the Grand Canyon last week
No
for a
way!
vacation. Yeah.
Oh, good. Good, yeah, I love mountains and canyons, and I'm all about exploring our planet.
Yeah. So you're in Oregon. Do you know who Kevin Rankin is? He plays drums for a flock of seagulls now.
Oh, really? No,
Yeah.
I don't think I know that
He
guy.
he lives out there in Oregon. He just got inducted into the Oregon Music Hall of Fame.
Oh shit! No way. Cool.
Yeah, yeah, I had him on a few months ago too.
Yeah.
Yeah, great guy, man. But so let's get into the White Zombie stuff, man. Yeah, so you and Sean had a band called Life before White Zombie, you just said, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I had a buddy of mine. I'm trying to find this guy. His name is Michael Anderson. Very typical name, but he had.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I bet it's hard to find.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. He was adopted. He had a deformed left hand, and he said he went to school with this punk rock chick who was looking for a drummer for her band, and Shauna happened to be playing in that band, and
So it's Shauna?
Shauna is how I always called her from back in the
Hmm,
day, but
okay.
she's Sean on every like
Right.
that, and I just she's a I don't know. I know too many guys named Sean, and I like calling her Shauna because she's feels better. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, it sounds better.
That's how I was introduced to her. So I'm gonna stick with that. People, when people change their names, I get a little confused. I'm like,
Right?
hey, you're Sean. But then people call her Sean. I go, whatever. It's still the same person. But anyway, I ended up going into. They had me come in to the Lower East Side of New York, and took the subway out there and auditioned and got in, and we were jamming and played shows, and we played at a bunch of just bars, and one show was really cool. It was like it was like a squatter's house, like an abandoned building. It was fucking weird. And anyway, I someone gave me ecstasy, and I
Oh boy.
ended up hooking up with this hot chick singer of this punk rock band. I forget the name of that band, but she was we were just making out like all night, and Shauna and Rob were like laughing at me.
So Rob was in the picture at this time.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. Shauna and Rob dated while
Right.
Life was going on,
Okay.
while band Life was going on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah.
so then what? You guys, life breaks up, and then you
Life
guys.
break Life breaks up, and then Robert Shauna put together White Zombie. They already got Peter in the mix. Peter Langdow, the first drummer. He was only on the single, a couple of the first 45.
Okay.
You know, the Scarecrow song is on there. Anyway, um, and then he leaves the band. I join, and I'm with the band for 5 albums, 5 records releases. From starting with Pig Heaven and Slaughter the Gray, and then Psycho Head Blowout, and then Make Them Die Slowly. Well, actually, Soul Crushers before that, and then Make Them Die Slowly. And there was a misprint of the Make Them Die Slowly where some of them were saying Let Them Die Slowly.
Oh.
But
So what? This is all what, the mid '80s? Because like most people, I think I discovered White Zombie probably like
when
when.
the Sisto came out, yeah.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say Beavis and Butthead. Really
Yeah,
kind
that
of.
was when the Sex Sisto came out. That was the peak for me in my career with the band. And I left the band on tour with that record, Let's Exorcisto. Yeah,
Yeah, but it's crazy to look back at the history to see that you guys had
we
five
had
albums before
yeah,
that.
we had 5 guitar players before Jay. What Jay was the 5th guitar player of the band,
Wow,
White Zombie.
wow.
Yeah, yeah.
And what was, because I'm not too familiar with this early White Zombie stuff. What kind of music was it like? Was it more punk rock, or was it more heavy? How would you describe
It
it?
was really heavy punk rock kind of style. The different guitar players added different flavors.
Sure.
So there was some of them were more groovy, some of them were more noisy, some of them were more twangy, but it was all, imagine Shauna and me, about rhythm section with all of that. So we were always driving it. And Rob went from being really nasally sounding, like, sounding, and then he fucking figured out how, because he got turned on to Metallica and Slayer on tour.
Mm.
And he was tired of listening to his cassette rotation, and finally was like, you know what, let me get that Metallica record again. And Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets, forget which one it was, but he was sold.
Yeah.
And then I dragged him to some concerts. And when he saw Slayer, it was when he wanted Jay to have that sound. It happened, I think, during the Make Them Die Slowly record. But before Le Sexorcisto, we also had the EP with God of Thunder, Love Razor, and Disaster Blaster. And that's the introduction to that metal sound that like, I loved Love Razor. That boom, boom, bat, boom, 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 boom. Really cool song. Anyway, Rob was like fucking like die hard into Slayer at that time, and I was like, thank fucking God, because I was a metalhead. I grew up with this sound. You know what I mean? And
Well,
actually playing in a band.
yeah, speaking of that, like who were your influences?
My influences with all of that was probably starting off with Black Sabbath, Bill Ward, to
One of my favorites, Bill Ward. Oh,
yeah, and then from there it was Metallica, Slayer. Dave Lombardo was the biggest influence for my double bass. The heavy organic tribal grooving technique. He got, I just loved his grooves. And then I really love the punk stuff, hardcore, New York hardcore, like Biohazard was. I always
sure.
enjoyed watching Danny on the drums. He had some cool hits. But growing up, Jimi Hendrix,
Sure.
Mitch Mitchell on the drums, and
Dude, I got a Mitch Mitchell story for you.
yeah,
So this is when I was still living in Vegas. I think you met Katie, my ex. I think she came to the studio maybe one time, or
cool.
maybe I can't remember. But so we're driving one day, and Hendrix comes on the radio,
Ooh,
and I go, babe, can you name the drummer? And she goes, no. And I go, Mitch Mitchell. And she was like, oh, okay. And that was kind of it. And
yeah.
then the next day we're going to a wedding. The freaking best man's wife, Mitch Mitchell's daughter.
Oh my God.
And so like I meet her, and so she starts talking about her dad, and I was like, holy shit, I was just talking about Mitch Mitchell yesterday. Like
Ah!
crazy timing, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was wild. And then that she wanted to have an orgy in the hot tub. So whatever.
Hey, that's cool, man. Yeah, before the metal sound, what really
We
influenced me as a drummer was the hip hop rap beats. You know what I mean? Like starting with like Run DMC,
mhm.
Grandmaster Flash, like Rapper's Delight. There was some
What
other.
about Cool G Rap was probably coming out back then?
There was yeah. Beastie Boys. Oh my
Beastie
god,
Boys.
those beats, man, those funky beats. I mean,
Yeah.
that's it. I always loved when a groove comes on, everybody gets up, everybody jumps up, and it's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, and
Well well, that's one of the things about White Zombie, I think, that made it great was it's more groove metal, you
yeah,
know?
yeah, and I appreciated that, they appreciated me. They
Yeah.
want, like give me a beat, Ivan. Let Ivan write a beat, and we'll write the riffs to that. And that's how we did pretty much all of the music. Like starting from the beginning, we was always, but Shauna and Jay then later would meet up at their apartment and would work on the 4-track machine, and I'd bring my little drum machine, and and then I'm like, and that's how like Black Sunshine. I'm like, like those beats and yeah. That was some good times. But that's yeah.
So, I know you guys did some shows with, Pantera, right? Back
Oh yeah,
then?
oh yeah.
Yeah. Um, so, dude, I'll tell you, I'm so blessed that I got to meet Dime, you
Me
know,
too.
that's
Oh my god. Yeah.
dude, so I met Dime, he was sitting right by me at an Iron Maiden concert,
Really?
and I was like, "Holy shit," and so I didn't even remember taking a picture with him. 10 years go by, obviously what happened in
Yeah.
Ohio,
Yeah. Yeah.
and, uh, and then my friend says to me, "Oh, hey, I have a picture of you and Dime." I was like, "What?" I didn't even know the picture existed,
Oh shit.
and so finally she sent it to me, and I'm like, "Oh my god." So now it's like one of my most cherished photos of
Oh,
Dime, and then I got to meet Vinny a couple times years later in Vegas.
I wish I had a picture with Dime. I
I saw you and Phil, have,
yeah.
recently, more recent.
Yeah. My memories with Dime, he would we played. I only played a few shows on the Pantera tour, and one of them he would just grab me around my neck and took me backstage when they were partying and fucking things flying everywhere, and I'm like, whoa! So this is where all the action is. That was a good time, man. It was like crazy, and
Well, I can't remember who I was talking to, but we were talking about the vulgar videos, like the home videos that they put out, and
yeah,
it's like, that's what you expect the rock and roll backstage to be like. You
yeah,
know, you go to shows now
yeah.
and it's different, the guys drinking coffee and shit.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's like nothing like what you would expect.
Everyone's looking down at their phone.
Yeah, yeah.
Back then, no phones. Why? Everyone's just running around looking at each other.
It's black tooth grin.
Ah! Oh
But
man.
yeah,
Yeah.
he was a sweetheart, man. It was really cool to hang out with him and Rita all night long, man. It was awesome.
Oh
We
yeah.
got to see Iron Maiden and Rob Halford open for him too. So
Fuck
I mean, yeah, it was real
yeah.
neat. So
Wow.
what happened? Why'd you leave White Zombie? What happened? Give me the dirt, man. Talk about it all.
Well, bottom line, Rob Zombie and I just stopped talking. Our communication just disappeared, and we were just so uncomfortable around each other. Um,
But there wasn't like an incident that happened or nothing.
there
It's
was
just
a
kind of
few
growing apart,
incidents.
or
Yeah, uh, we were just nasty to each other. It was just like there would be miscommunication with each other, and just not being real, not being honest,
yeah.
and um, but I am going to release a book,
Okay,
and I'll share all the details in the book. I got to save something for the book,
sure,
you
sure.
know, because I don't want to say it out right now because it'll just lose that Element.
Yeah.
But the
I think
bottom, but the bottom line is, it was so uncomfortable, and I just couldn't stand being around him anymore. I just did not want to even see him anymore. But
right.
but you know what's the most fucked up thing, and I shared this before, is he wasn't being upfront with me about some shit that's going on. Stuff,
Business, probably business.
business, business,
Yeah.
real
It's hard with
dark
friends, man.
corruption, fucking shit. And Shauna and Jay didn't even know what was going on at the time either.
Yeah, yeah.
And I
It's
saw
tough.
things that I could not unsee.
It's tough, when you work with friends, you know. Like I'm kind of nervous. I'm getting ready to join another podcast that's
Yeah,
already going, and it's with a very good friend of mine.
yeah.
So I'm kind of nervous about it because it's his podcast now, but now I'm joining it,
Oh yeah.
so
Well,
we'll see. And it's all sports based, so it won't be too crazy, but it's all going to be about sports.
my
But
my biggest advice that I can give you is get everything on paper,
yeah,
please, because the agreements may not really be understood between you two. You're friends. You're
yeah,
friends. So the most respectful thing to do is to enter it with a concrete understanding of where both of you stand on a business level.
yeah,
That'll strengthen your relationship to have a long lasting business relationship.
yeah.
Otherwise it can hit a point, and I'd hate to see this, but people blow up, part ways, and
Yeah, it's tough. I had a friend that we were in business. We started multiple businesses together, and they were successful.
yeah.
And then we were working on another one, and we were designing a similar to like a Roku or a Fire Stick. It was
Oh yeah.
a smart box. And so we spent about a year and a half designing this thing. This is 15 years ago that we were doing
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we got it fully designed, produced, and we got a few thousand units. And then as soon as we got the units, he just kind of cut me out. And so it's like I spent a year and a half
Yeah.
building this with him, and only to get fucking
Un-
a handful of units.
Unfucking believable. And
You
that's
know,
that that's
haven't talked to him to this day. Heard he was homeless.
this is exactly my point. This is exactly my point. And I hate seeing this kind of a thing. But this happens everywhere. And I think this is the root of the problem in America, around the world. But this is where our government's gone. This is where politicians and corporations and the people. It's like, why? Because we don't, like, all we're doing is scrolling and not organizing our agreements on paper.
Yeah,
A lot of and it's really a difficult thing to do. But when you but don't fucking hire a crazy lawyer who you have to, like, hire another crazy lawyer just to read it for you.
yeah,
Put it in plain English, pure, simple, plain English on paper for each other.
yeah,
And that way you can understand it man to man. Start off with a cup of coffee, voice it, say, hey, just to be clear, I'm expecting 25% of everything. You can have everything else. Will that work for you? All right, I'll put it on paper. We'll meet up tomorrow. I'll get it on paper. We'll sign it, and we'll go from there. Simple as that. I did that with my band. My band right now. On day one, we all sit down. I'm like, hey, here's the deal. I got a recording studio here. We can do everything in my recording studio. I don't want a penny. But if our album takes off, just give me a little extra.
right. Get
A
that
little,
get
a
that
little
producer
extra.
credit.
You know what I mean? I know we're all broke, but I got thousands and thousands of dollars in preamps and equipment and all this gear and shit. I maintain it on my dime. All I ask for is if our music goes somewhere, this percent. Okay, great. I'll put it on paper. We'll sign it, and then we're done. And it's just a little bit extra.
Well,
We put
you
everything in.
you did you mix the Creep CD? Was that you that mixed it?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I mixed it.
It's great. It's great sound. And my only complaint about that album is fucking, and I blame Brett for this. They spelled my name wrong in it.
What? Unbelievable. Hey, that's the thing right there. The whole creep thing. I got nothing on paper.
Yeah, well, that
And
there
and
was.
and, and Brett took it to some other freaking industry 360 deal, and he was like, I gotta get signed. He ended up signing the whole band to somebody and losing, I think, almost all of the rights.
Yeah, I was
Well,
gonna say
not
I don't
even
know why he stopped using the name, but because I've never really talked to him about that. But I know he doesn't. He goes with Messiah 9 now is his new project.
and my understanding was I was getting an equal share, and that equal share is given away.
Hmm.
But that's on me for not getting it on paper. And Brett doesn't know what to do. He's like, I don't know any of this legal shit.
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah, I signed with this guy, and that's what he's what he wanted. And I'm like, okay, but you know what? 25% of zero is still zero.
yeah, yeah. I was gonna say I don't think he made any money
That's
anywhere
my
on
point.
this.
Yeah.
So.
So I'm like, okay, fuck it. You know what I mean? But you never know what's gonna hit and what's gonna go. And like your Roku thing that like it could and then they're like, buying houses and cars, and then you're like, oh shit, I missed the boat on that one. What can we
Yeah,
do?
right. So you leave White Zombie, then what?
Hmm.
You get into producing? Is that what you do?
That was a little bit later. When I left White Zombie, I didn't want to have anything to do with the music business. I was done. I was like so many years investing into this. The band is like a family,
Yeah.
so I come out of that like shell shocked. And I thought about maybe doing some I love construction work, building houses and stuff. And I'm like, fuck that. You know what? I love the drums.
Yeah.
I love the drums. So I ended up wanting to expand as a drummer and not being in a band and thinking more of a studio drummer. But what a studio drummers need to be able to play all styles of music. So I ended up saying, you know what? I'm going to learn all styles of drumming. So I got myself into a program learning drums on different, went in Los Angeles. I signed up with PIT, did a year there, learned Latin, jazz, and all these other styles. And it was freaking awesome. I had the best time of my life. It came out of that thing. While I was at that school, the band is blowing up.
Yeah.
and then I left that school and started jamming in the studio. And I heard a band kicking ass next door. And I'm like, who the fuck is it? It sounded like Helmet meets Tool or something like that. And I was loving the guitar sound, man. That guy was like, jen, 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 like real tight, fucking almost machine-like riffs. And that band I ended up doing an album with them called Anchor, which never got released. We did it on a 4-track studio, little, and it sounds great. And we got a big buzz in the industry. The band used to be called LTT, but we changed the name to Anchor when I joined. And Monty Connor from Roadrunner Records gave us a development deal, and we used that money to buy new gear to record our own album. Demo for Roadrunner. And we got a new singer. And the singer just had a substance abuse issues and women all over the place. And he ended up going to Texas, and we're like, we got it. Roadrunner Records needs our demo. Where are you, man? He's like, my dad. I'm like, oh God. and we ended up forcing it to be done with what we had, and it wasn't to par. And Monty was like pissed at me, and I'm like, I'm sorry, man. And then the band falls apart, and then I build Burning Sound Studios. I buy a house and build Burning Sound Studios because Beavis and Butthead discovers White Zombie. We take off, checks are written out, and luckily I got my percentage of La Sexorcisto with White Zombie, but I lost everything else before it because I hired a dumbass lawyer who missed that part, and it was kind of looped hole out of the deal. But anyway, La Sexorcisto was the money is at. The other album, all the stuff before La Sexorcisto happens to be doesn't really sell as much. But
Sure.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't see it. But anyway, I use that money to buy a house and build a recording studio. Burning Sound Studio opens up. I put the band Healer together. Oh no,
Right.
no, we
Okay.
had
I remember Healer. Yeah.
Healer. Yeah, Healer was awesome. But there was this other band I had that was really badass. And that band was called My Hard Mother and Company. But we only released 4 songs, 5 songs, and it's freaking crazy. Actually, those are not released. They we recorded it, but I didn't release it. But I got to take the Anchor stuff, that band stuff, and maybe release these.
Yeah. Put it out, man.
Always moving on to another project without things getting. But that band fell apart too. You know, most of the projects I've done over the years fell apart for one reason or another, and it's kind of sad.
Well, it's like a relationship, you know. It's like having a relationship with 3 dudes, you know.
I'm a fucking slut.
Yeah, that's what it is.
What can I do, man? Oh shit! No. Anyway, so guess what?
What's that?
White Zombie. I had a Rob and a Sean.
Okay.
Well, guess what? Boundless Joy, the band I'm in right now. I got
Robin and Sean.
What the fuck? Yeah, but Sean is not playing bass. Sean in this band is the singer, and Rob is the bass player.
And this is Boundless Joy?
Boundless Joy, White Zombie, flip flop, Boundless Joy. It's like White Zombie, horror, monsters, Boundless Joy. We still heavy as shit, but we don't do the monster thing. We do the dance thing, funky. You know, it's heavy. We got an album coming out in June. We're recording. It's badass. Songs are great.
Well, I want to play a song from it, and this is probably not the best song to play, but I picked this one because it really highlights your drumming. This is more of like a drum video, so I want to play this for the people.
Hell yeah!
And then we'll talk some more.
Cool. This is the last triangle. Oh yeah.
Dude, that was kick ass, man.
Oh, thank you, thank you. That was for Soul Tone Cymbals. I'm endorsed with those guys, and when I was down in LA for the NAMM show last year, they
Which is going on right now. NAMM's going on.
oh shit, that's right, that's right. Yeah, I decided to skip this one because I'm going to Japan in a couple of months, and I need to save up my funds and you know. But Boundless Joy actually has an official music video, Forget Me Not, with the whole band and everything. You got to check that out. But you,
Definitely, I will. I noticed you the Housecore Records shirt in there.
yeah.
What's up with that? What's up with
Oh
that?
yeah. I went over to their studio in New Orleans. Shauna introduced me to Phil Anselmo's wife, Kate, and she invited me down to the ranch, and I was with my band actually out there, and we went back there, we hung out with them. I ended up we had a little jam.
Is your album going to be on Housecore? Or
No,
no? Well, what the fuck, Phil? If you're out there, and we know that you're listening, sign him. Sign Boundless Joy.
yeah.
We'll have to clip this and make sure Phil sees it.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
But so how long have you had Boundless Joy now? A couple years, right?
Yeah, it's been a few years.
Yeah. And any plans to tour or?
Yeah. We're going to be touring West Coast in starting middle of June through
Awesome.
July, going all the way up and down the coast. We're going to stick to the West Coast for this one.
Well, make sure you let me know if you're coming to Arizona.
Oh yeah. We got to put Arizona in the mix. I'm trying to get us to come around that way and then up, but I think they want to do the West Coast along the 5 again, on going back up to hit the places we missed on the way down.
Yeah.
But you know, there's going through Arizona, then you can do Vegas and then Colorado. Fuck, might as well just do the whole U.S.
Might as well.
Might as well. And then planet Earth, Mars.
Well, you can't make any money from selling albums anymore these days, so you got to tour to make money.
I know, merch. People love our shirts.
But so now you're producing other bands and stuff too, right?
At the moment, I'm not really producing as much as I have been, but yeah, I produced a bunch.
Well, you know, that leads me to another question. What do you think about AI right now, and what AI is doing to music?
Personally, I think AI is an incredible tool. Like, it's just insane.
Well, let me play something for you real quick.
Go ahead.
And I'm not going to play the whole song. I'll just play like the first verse into the chorus, and let me get your opinion on it. Let me know if you can't hear it. You hear it?
Yeah.
Here come the Wu-Tang Clan. It's the PTCs. Here come the PTCs. Here come the Wu-Tang Clan. They won't let you forget them. The free thinkers dress and chill, remember that, just in case we ever link up and make a pact. The title held by him, Snoop Von Pooh, means what you think you know. He knows the scoop, so don't think twice. What was secret now drops. Khakis with the shades, blunt never stops. Talking riddles, dry with silence. Guard against the haters with hilarious defiance. But yo, we ain't on no scripted list. We straight vibing, connections, no fingerprints. Heard something wild, watch your feet, cause you never quite know where the Wu-Tang's at.
Here come the Wu-Tang Clan. Wu-Tang Clan.
Free thought defenders.
Here come the Wu-Tang.
The Wu-Tang!
I mean, it's pretty crazy that that's 100% AI. They even go on later in the song to promote the podcast, Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Like, it's
Holy shit.
like
That was done 100%? No the vocals, everything?
everything. Even the intro. Let me see if I can play it on here for you. So this is the intro to my podcast. Listen to this. It's only 20 seconds. So check this out.
Oh, I get up around 7, get out of bed around 9. I don't worry about nothing, no, because worry's a waste of my time. Show usually starts around 7. We go on stage around 9. Get on the bus about 11. Sipping a drink and feeling fine.
That's all AI, huh?
All AI. And that's Mr. Brownstone from Guns N' Roses. That the song?
Oh shit.
Yeah. So, and like I was talking to Brett about this in one of the episodes we did, and he's terrified of this AI. He doesn't even want to make music anymore because of what AI is doing.
Well, I wouldn't let it affect us. We have to still be who we are. But it is. I'm a little bit blown away by it right there. Those last two songs you just played for me right there.
It's incredible, right?
I
Like
never really listened close like this, and I'm it is scary. That is scary.
it's getting hard to tell. And like, I've always said that like you can't replace that organic feeling that you get when you got four guys in a room jamming together.
Yeah,
You can't
yeah,
replace that organic vibe,
yeah.
but god damn, it's getting close.
But AI can't tour.
Yeah, well,
You
I don't
can't
we're
go watch me.
I guess we're gonna find out with Kiss pretty soon.
Oh my god. Yeah, so that but you'll go to your venue and they'll have to have big screens. That's it, right? Or we're
Yeah.
gonna have holograms or something.
Yeah, I mean,
I
they
mean,
must. I mean, they did that Tupac hologram, and, Tupac was up there with Snoop Dogg rapping on stage at, what was it, Lollapalooza or Coachella or one of them festivals?
yeah.
But it's pretty wild, what's happening with it. But,
Holy fuck.
so I think it's really cool to incorporate some AI into the music. I think it can be fun, but when it's 100% AI, it's like, what hope do musicians have? Yeah, especially new ones. You at least have a platform to come from and build off of, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Now, is AI taking elements what's already released? I mean, so do we. We take when as musicians we create based on our experiences with music for the most part, right? But we organically bring it out from within us, or we bring it out from there. We
Yeah,
some musicians literally would try to rip off something, but others usually when you're jamming, you play something that's from your heart. Uh, uh, now the little embellishments and the mistakes that musicians can make have been getting erased anyway.
yeah,
Right, we've
yeah,
edited things a little bit too much, I think, over the last few decades, where we miss what we used to hear, like the old Black Sabbath records. You hear the tempo
mm,
dragging, or you know what I mean, that push pull.
mhm.
AI is going to probably pick up on that too. AI,
Well, I
it
I think
literally,
I think that's why there's such a resurgence in vinyl, just getting that, that
Mhm.
sound, just that unique sound that you get from listening to something on
Yeah,
vinyl as opposed to something that's so digital, you know?
yeah, yeah.
But
Wow, yeah, that's crazy, man.
But before we wrap this up, man, I want to ask you another question, and I don't want to get too political with it, but I'm on another podcast called the Phone Booth podcast,
Yeah.
and we do a lot of like conspiracy talk and a lot of news and stuff like that. But you got any go-to conspiracies that you're into, like chemtrails or we didn't land on the moon or anything like that? You got any kind of conspiracies you believe in?
I try to stay away from all of that stuff. I try to be real. I have beliefs because I'm a Buddhist, and I
Are
believe
you really?
I'm a Buddhist, and I believe everything is interconnected.
Yep.
There's causes and effects. Like constantly, things are flowing because everything is energy,
Yep.
and since everything is energy, everything is one. And with our each of us are creators. Each of us have the ability to manifest a path in our lives the way we really want to have it. You know what I mean? So when you put that energy out there, you can create that ripple effect, and everything may move in the direction of your
Sure.
desires as long as you don't give up. You got to push through, and it's more, it's more like a religion but there is proof that we see in our daily life of outcomes when we make causes, right? You can't, throw sand in someone's face and not have a reaction. You know,
Yeah.
So when we put it out there with our mind as a prayer of where you want to go or what you want to bring into your life, you create that energy, and that's more maybe like a conspiracy, but it's more like uh 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 it's more faith. You have to believe,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, you're manifesting it.
But we have energy within us. And
Mhm.
when you boil up that energy and you really pray for something to happen, you know, and with Buddhism, we're not praying to something that's out there. We're praying to the universe of the mystic law of cause and effect. Nam
Mhm.
myoho renge kyo. That's what it means. And when you put it out there, that fire from your soul is going out there and reaching every corner of the universe. And then we have a response. We feel it. We see it happen. Suddenly things start flowing in your daily life.
Yeah. Well, one thing, like, you can manifest stuff. And one of the things I've learned from like doing Tony Robbins' program years and years and years ago is that, you can put all that energy out there and you can pray about something to happen, but it's not really going to happen unless you take the action
You gotta
required
take the
too.
action. Of course. And that's what happens as soon as because it starts with what? Your vision. And then voice, your voice, nam yoho renge kyo. So first vision, then voice, and then action. Because you suddenly while you're doing it, while you're doing you all these things come in your head, you're like, oh shit, I gotta do it. And then the phone rings, and then you go out there and you end up falling into rhythm with the universe. And you feel like you suddenly things start spiraling into the manifest. Because how do you create something? First, you got to have the desire. Pick out what it is you want. Pick it out. Once you see it and you identify it, you put that target up in your vision, and then you go after it in your mind, and you're voicing it, putting it out there in the universe. And that's the first step. First vision, voice is energy. And then you go out there and you're going to feel that's going to manifest into reality, whatever that is. For someone's health, your own health, something you want to unfold, or just happiness. You feel so much stronger and focused.
Yep.
Your whole life becomes into clarity, focus. Because without when we are not when we're not practicing like this, the world can be on top of us, and we feel like we're getting crushed by all the fucking bullshit
Mhm.
that's going on in our life and the world.
Yeah.
But when you chant and when you practice whatever it is you practice, we rise above it and we can lead the way.
How did you get into Buddhism?
My sister, when I was a teenager, I actually chanted and manifested the success of White Zombie. And I'll tell you, I was putting those signs on on the poles, freezing my butt off with the frostbite in New York, plastering White Zombie shows. Nam Yoho Renge Kyo Nam. I was chanting. My sister would drag me to these Buddhist meetings, and they're like, "Yeah, you can chant for whatever you want." I'm like, "What the fuck?" It's like a genie with a body, big sweet wishes. And she's like, no, no, seriously. But back then, they were really pushing it hard on people. And there were people on the streets just stopping you. And I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. I chanted. I got my first girlfriend. I went from being the nerd guy who got picked on and transformed it into joining White Zombie, actually. And like the shit just went boom. But when you're young, you have that more passion because
Yeah.
you're a skinny punk kid in that kind of environment. I was all on fire, going, "Motherfucker, I'm gonna be a fucking badass." I wanted it. I wanted that life, and it allowed us to blossom. And that's the thing, the yin and the yang.
Yep.
And it's the lotus flower blossoming in the mud. This grossest mud becomes the most beautiful flower, the lotus, and the lotus flower is this religion.
Cool. Well, Ivan, man, I sure appreciate you taking time out of your schedule to talk to me today. Although we've been buds for almost 20 years now, I think it was since you guys did the creep stuff, almost
Hell
20
yeah,
years.
man.
And it's just nice to get to know you because I didn't know about these early White Zombie years and this stuff. So it's really cool for me to kind of learn more about you today, man.
Oh yeah, great to chat with you. Thank you so much for having me on, and all you out there listening. Appreciate you all. And
Everybody check out Boundless Joy. Look for
hell
the
yeah,
album in June. And check out everything Ivan De Prume. He's the best, man.
Thank
And
you so much, man. Thank
don't
you so
hang
much.
don't hang up yet. And
Yeah.
we'll talk some more.
All
All
right.
right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.